Greetings and salutations, everyone. It is I, Samius, as part of the Road Most Taken walkthrough tutorial series. We're going to do Church and the Cult, level 9s. I don't necessarily do this every single life, but we happen to be in a sweet spot here where we need just a touch more experience before taking level 12. And moving on to like Ravenloft, so we're going to go ahead and knock it out here.
Worshippers seem not to hear you.
This quest is really interesting for a couple of reasons. Mostly, this has like the best bow in what is essentially the game, in my opinion. At least the pre-epic game. Yeah, there's other. I don't know why I was trying to like double click that guy like I was going to talk to it. But it is one of the better bows around. The silver longbow. If you think you're going to be doing any ranged classes that use a bow, you're gonna want to take the opportunity to farm one of them up. It is a big deal, especially in your pre-level 20 life. It is the bee's knees, as it were. Alright, let's take a look at the monsters in this quest. The quest is filled with undeads. There's a pretty good variety of undead, to be really honest. So it's not like a lot of the quests where there's just like waves of the same undead forever. Another quest where, in my opinion, being ranged is pretty much superior to not being ranged. Although I did do this quest on my monk life and had a lot of fun monkeying around. Alright, so this is a secret door to the shrine, but it is guarded by, like, I want to say 2 monsters. And then you can get to the shrine. Missed the caster, apparently. It is a pretty reasonable...
As you finish reading the passage, the doors flanking the pedestal suddenly
pretty reasonable little shrine area.
Washes over you as you cross the threshold of this
Alright, so when you go left or right, you either go to the fire side or the cold side. What I mean by that is essentially just that. There's a fire method, and all along the way there's fire traps. If you go the other direction, there is cold methods and all sorts of cold traps. You got to do both sides, so it's not like pick one side, but you got to do them both. So it doesn't really matter which way you go first. I tend to go the fire side first personally because there happens to be a shrine in the cold side. So in the event that you fight your way down and you need a shrine, there's one there instead of like I usually don't need a shrine after just one side, but I might need a shrine after 2 sides. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. This last trap is at the bottom of the stairs, so be careful. Another thing to keep in mind is that hirelings work altars really well. They love it. So if you want, you can send your hireling after the altar there. Assuming my hireling teleported down here, which of course he did not. Alright, well I don't know where my hireling went to then. Hopefully wherever he's at, he's having a good time. Speaking of Mr. Good Time, he must have decided to walk instead of teleport like he was told. And now he's still on his way. He's on his way to that altar. Hey, now he teleported. Look at that. Look at how the quest is doing stuff. Alright, so here's the cold side. So we're going to switch to our fire shield hot. Make sure that we have our protections running. Alright, so here in a second, after this door, there's going to be some cold traps. Let's see if I can get one to activate. Like that. They are timed in such a way that they tend to hit you if you just zerg through. So you do have to be a little bit on the careful side. So again, take a second and let your rogue do some work. There's another trap box down here at the bottom, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so this room is kind of nasty. There's a trap right in this door. There's some traps around the corner. There's like traps everywhere. Look, even I was doing my best to like be careful and I still got tagged. On the plus side, there's a secret door here that is a shrine, so it makes things really easy to like get out of the trap area. And then, if you want to, again, hirelings love pulling shrines. They love it. Makes them feel good, warm and fuzzy inside. Meanwhile, we're going to come out here, take a bunch of extra damage, and get these trap boxes disarmed. Should be one over here somewhere. There it is. I thought there's like one more somewhere. Throw firewall. Hey, get out of the cold trap, silly face. It's not really what I would call my hireling that decided to stand in the traps, but it's good enough for now. I thought there was one more trap box. Must be misremembering. These must never go down then. Okay. It's fine. So be it. So do you do get cold blasted pretty hard through there, but it's not a big deal. Alright, so now the middle section doesn't do fire, doesn't do cold. It does force and or sonic damage. Picked up that collectible right
red saturates the hallway ahead.
But there is still a reasonable amount of traps along the way. Man, we're getting some interesting lag this morning, aren't we? These traps, on the other hand, if you zerg through, are not timed for the first guy to get hit. But the second guy gets hit. So keep that in mind if you're the second guy.
The air is stale and cool, but the smell of blood hangs heavy here.
Yes, you do immediately start aggro here, but be sure to stop and pick up your Silver Flame Hymnal. Come on, people. Don't leave your books like that just laying on the ground. Get them picked up. Clean up your Adventurer's packs. We're not your mom here. Alright, another important tip for this quest You need to be inside this room when you kill this guy.
Quest figures
If you are not, then he will not activate his infight, even though it says you got him. And you'll be able to knock him out. You'll be able to loot the chest, but you won't be able to complete the quest. Then you end up having to run it a second time. So be sure you step all the way into the room. Don't just range him to death. This is what happened. I don't remember where we were at. If we're in the hardcore server here on live, one way or the other, it doesn't matter. And then I think this is the chest that drops the bow. Yeah, we got the blood plate armor instead. The blood plate armor is fine. It is a good armor. It is +5 of death block with a blue slot in it at level 8. But the main item that comes out of here is the silver longbow. Alright, what was the time? 10 minutes for 10,000 experience, pretty much on the nose. Not a whole lot there you could do to split or to speed things up, except split up the party. And of course, you know, not open all the shrine doors. But for the most part, it's good. Hey, looky there! It's our first class portable hold this life. We'll put that in our keeps forever ever category. Alright, boys and girls, cats and dogs, children of all ages, that's going to be a wrap for this video. If you have any questions, comments, etc., feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And of course, you can reach out to me over on my Discord or on send me a whisper on Twitch. Either way, all those are good ways to get your questions answered if you had a question about that quest. Otherwise, please slam that like button, and we'll see you soon. Toodles.